that's where I quite like I don't know if you've come across the PC, the penalized complexity priors,
Right.
where if you consider the Poisson to just be a special version of the negative binomial, you can
Yeah.
set a prior that essentially penalizes how far it differs from a Poisson model. So you can kind of have your cake and eat it too. You can, if there's no evidence in your data to suggest that overdispersion is present, you can just fit a negative binomial model that basically looks like Poisson.
Yeah.
But if there is evidence, then there's plenty of space in the prior for that to occur. And that's actually the default prior that's in the negative binomial overdispersion parameter. Because
Oh,
the
that's
R
cool.
package, the R package allows you to have overdispersed data. So you, instead of a Poisson, you fit a negative binomial.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Aki that did some work to look at which values for an inverse gamma on the overdispersion parameters most closely mimicked the PC prior
Mm-hmm.
on it, and that's the prior that's now default in BRMS for negative binomial models. So it's an inverse gamma 0.4, 0.3.
Mm.
So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what implemented by default.
Wow, that's really cool that it's the default. Yeah, so penalized complexity priors, I love them. I use them all the time for GPs, actually,
Mm.
especially for amplitudes and length scales. A bit more for amplitudes because most of the time when I'm using GPs, I'm using HSGP, and the length scale is actually fine with HSGP. Because if you're using SGP, most of the time you have a lot of data. And so you have a lot of data which can inform the length scale, and so you're fine. The amplitude is a bit more complicated. And so I always use a penalized complexity prior on the amplitude, which is awesome because it's very intuitive to define. And on the length scale, I've tried it, but it's actually harmful. It's much better to have like a more diffuse prior and then have the data move the prior on the length scale if you have a lot of it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, like, and then the other PC priors, we need to add them in PrimeC. I know Bill Engels has been doing a lot of work on that, and he's actually being the one opening my eyes to the awesomeness of PC priors. That's thanks to him that I use them in GPs. And we have a project to add them into PrimeC, but we never get to it. If anybody wants to work on that with us and actually get that across the finish line, please contact me. But yeah, we need to add that to PrimeC because it's extremely helpful. And I know Bill has been working on that. He's been working on some GP stuff also, so he'll come on the show very soon. I've been working on having him on the show, so that will happen very soon. But in the meantime, and while we're working in adding PC priors to PrimeC out of the box, you can already do that. But you can already listen to episode 136 with Janet van Niekerk and Harvard Rowe. They work on INLA, so nested Laplace approximation. And in the episode, we talk exactly about PC priors. And so if you just want to hear about that, I think it's in the chapters. You can just jump into that. But it's a fun episode to listen to. And yeah, they already have a bunch of PC priors coded into the INLA package. That's both for R and for Python. So yeah, for people interested in that, feel free to look at that. I'm sure you'll find some very interesting nuggets of codes and concepts in there.
I think the PC priors are actually a bit orthogonal to the variance decomposition priors because the scale or the amplitude of the GPs is just one of the variance partitions that lives on this simplex. So I don't even know how, I don't think it would be possible to even put a PC prior on there because that variance partition is just absorbed isn't the right word there. It's just one of the components that lives on that simplex that decomposes the total variance.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had to work on that case, but I agree with your prior that yeah, it's probably mutually exclusive,
I think
and
so,
it's a
yeah.
trade-off. Yeah, it's a trade-off you have to take depending on what you're mostly interested in that case.